use the word deal killer because there are certain things that are deal killer, but there are also most things that are deal killers are have solutions to them. What kills the deal is not creating the solution to it. I'll give you an example of a highly seasonal business that we exited. It was about a $5 million exit. And what happened is that when we first met the business, they were only worth about $750,000 and they couldn't grow because they couldn't stock the inventory to be able to take full advantage of the seasonality. This happened to be holiday seasonalities. So the real thing that we did when they engaged with Northbound is we didn't work on trying to create an exitable business or an exit right away. We said to them that if you can win on supplier terms, you will have a competitive advantage against everybody in your niche because everybody is highly seasonable. And so what we were able to, we came in and actually Northbound renegotiated the supplier terms, and we were able to get 20% paid down, but then the balance of the next 30% wasn't due for 4 months or 120 days after the holiday season came in. And then the final payment wasn't due till the following March, 270 days after the order date. And the reason we were able to do that was because we found the supplier recognized that we could all grow together. But here's the important point is that we took a more difficult to sell business, which is seasonable, and we actually solved that problem for the buyer in advance of us going to market. And so for highly seasonable businesses, we all know there's two different challenges. One is how do I get the capital to scale up? And two, what if I get my guessing and my planning wrong? How do I deal with that? Well, the reason for that March payment was so that if we over ordered on inventory through the holiday, we still had January, February, and March. So it was a great example of diving in and working with a client to recognize that we had a part of the business that was going to be, if not unsellable, harder to sell in seasonality. And then you design the solution to it, either having more working capital. Another way to solve it is to have another product that is seasonal in the summer. So now you have a peak season in the winter, you have a peak season in the summer, all going back to your question was, is a highly seasonable business unsellable? No. Is it harder to sell because inventory planner is harder? Yes. And now if you proactively deal with that and you can actually create competitive advantage, in this instance, we went from within 12 months worth 750,000 to a $5 million exit because we were the only ones left standing, so to speak, during the holiday season, and sales went through the roof. And then we were able to exit because we took an action with a buyer in mind that then solved their problem, which made us more valuable. That's really the lesson.